Hi, I'm Pradeep Badlani, Senior Team Lead of Product Operations Department, SMARTe's Data Genie. I'm going to demonstrate how Person Enrichment API, which is also known as PE API, can be integrated in your Marketo CRM. So let's get started. After subscribing for PE API, you will receive a client ID and the authorization token from our support department, which will be used to configure PE API in Marketo. Below that, there is a URL and the input payload that will be used to request PE API, and the request type will be post, request encoding will be JSON, and response will also be received in a JSON. Okay. So before moving on to Marketo, I will show you a sample input request, which will be like this. It will include record ID, company name, and company attributes, contact name, job title, and country. And this will be the sample output response, which will include enrich fields of company and contact as well. So this list of fields will be shared with you while configuring the output response mapping. So this will be the list that will be shared with you. So these are the company fields and these are the contact fields. So this is the field name, this is the schema name, which will be used to configure the response mapping, and this will be the data type, what data will be received in that field, and this is the description of that field. So while before configuring the response mapping, we need to add a fields. There will be a custom field that those would be not present in the CRM. For example, there is a contact GUID which is used by which SMARTe use in its own repository. So that will be we need to create manually in Marketo. That I will show you separately in Marketo. So let's move on to Marketo. In Marketo, we need to go to admin section, and then we need to go to Webhook. We need to add a new webhook, to name it PE API Person Enrichment API. And then we need to copy this URL which you have seen earlier. Okay. This is the payload. Request type will be post. Here we need to paste payload. Then request will be in JSON. Response will be also in JSON. We need to create. Click on create. Then we need to go to the webhook actions and then set custom headers. So content type will be application JSON. Client ID that will be shared with you. Authorization token. Okay, then click on save. Now the webhook is configured to send a request to Person Enrichment API. After that, we need to map a response mapping that will be received from Person Enrichment API. Before that, as I explained earlier, there would be some fields which will be not available in Marketo that we need to create manually, custom fields. So that can be created by going over field management. For example, we need to add a GUI field for GUID. We can add a new custom field. We need to create for the lead object. Type will be string only. Then we can put a SMARTe Person GUID, SMARTe contact GUID. Okay. The field is created. Need to refresh to make it visible in a webhook selection. Okay. So whichever field there will be required from company and contact attribute, those are not available on Marketo. That needs to be created in Marketo. Then we need to move on to again webhook. Then we need to select the webhook that we have created. In the response, we need to click on edit, then add. Then we have created field for contact GUID, GUID and SMARTe. Okay. So this is how we need to map a response through the schema name, and wherever you want to push in your Marketo, we need to select those fields. So for the demo purpose, I have already created another webhook where I have mapped all the fields in the Marketo, as you can see over here. Okay. After this, your webhook will be ready to use. You can move on to, I'll show you example. You can move on to marketing activities. In this, you can create a smart marketing campaign. And you can name it, I will name it as a PE API demo. And then create. In a smart list, you need to select how that webhook is triggered. So if you want, if the contact is added in any of the list that you have, like any web form you have, if the records are added in that list, you need to initiate a person enrichment API. So those contacts will be refreshed on that basis. Otherwise, you can also select if the lead is created, like if any of the new lead which will be created in your CRM, that will go through the person enrichment API. Okay, so I will select when the lead is created, then the flow, what you want to call it. We want to call a webhook. Which webhook? That is PE API. Okay. And then we need to activate this smart campaign. Okay, now the campaign is created. So whichever records will go through this campaign, you can see their result over here. So I will show you, add a lead to show you one example, and go to the lead section. Then I will create a new lead. I will add can see the lead is created. Okay, so the new lead is created. So we will go to our smart campaign to see whether it's gone through the Person Enrichment API. Okay, so in the results you can see this is sent to Person and PE API. Okay, by clicking over here you can see what was the payload sent to Person Enrichment API and what was the response. The response was 200 and this was the response for that particular record. Okay, in lead section as well you can see, if we look for that lead, here it is. Here you can see we only put contact first name, last name, email and company name, but here you can see the address is also updated as well, record status also identified through PE API. So this is how you can use the Person Enrichment API to refresh your marketing CRM records. So this is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.